Hey Aaron, it's Neandra. Sorry it took a while to send this screencast over. I got really busy today, but here is the screencast I promised you. So I like to start off the screencast kind of talking about what SEO is and kind of give you an idea of how it applies to your business. So for me, education is super important. So this is why I do what I do. So let's start off looking at what a search result page is. Basically, when a customer is looking for a service, they usually Google it. I went ahead and searched up outsourcing IT service in New Braunfels because that's where you're located. And right here, where the map area is what we call the Google Map Pack. And to the left of that are Google business pages of IT services, right? And as you can see, Google only promotes the first three businesses in the area, and that's why you want to rank and optimize your GBPs. So I'm gonna give you some tips on how to rank your GBPs properly. So when you expand this more places button here, this is kind of what you see. And I actually tried looking for you and I found you by searching up exactly cross-site computers, but definitely this does need a little bit of work because as like I said, you do want to be found on the first three spots to be placed on this map pack right here. So a couple of things that you can do. First, you need to add more photos. It's not only for Google, but it's also great for your customers to see what kind of services you offer and be able to clarify that for your potential clients. So I do suggest having at least 100 photos. I know that sounds daunting, but it is necessary for your rankings. So the second thing I wanted to mention are reviews. Currently, you don't have reviews right now, so definitely encourage your past clients to leave reviews as well on your GBP, and that's going to help your ranking. The last thing I wanted to mention here is what we call citations. So citations is your business name, address, and phone number as it appears on your GBP. Now you want to take that information and register it into famous citation sites like Yelp, BBB, Chambers of Commerce, and there's a lot more local citation sites that you can also register that at, and that's going to help boost your GBP. So those are just three main things I wanted to share with you so that you can start working on that. But again, this is the Google Map Pack, and this is where 30% of your business comes from. And the section below that is what we call organic rankings. And this is where your website really matters. So the organic search ranking right here is actually 70% of your business, and we can talk about how you can optimize your website, and I'll give you some tips. So in terms of your website, let me just search up your website real quick. So this is your website right now, and I actually love how it's professionally done. I can see the effort that you put into your website, so great job on that. The one thing I wanted to mention is the website content. So any words that you see on a website is what we call website content, and you do want to have 2,500 to 3,000 words of content on your website. And the reason for that is within that content, you want to include as much buyer intent keywords that are related to your service. So what is a buyer intent keyword? Well, when we started this screencast, I searched up outsourcing IT service in New Braunfels. This is a buyer intent keyword. Basically, what your potential clients will be searching for on Google when they're looking for your service. So it could even be more specific to the services that you do, which is MSP, outsourcing. So we need to find all those buyer intent keywords, create content around those keywords, and add that to your website. And that's going to help you rank for those keywords. So I wanted to also take a look at your main competitors to kind of compare your website versus your main competitor. So I actually did a little bit more digging into outsourcing IT services. And in terms of New Braunfels, Task Us is ranking first on that organic search. But I did think about it and I thought outsourcing in IT, you can't really just target New Braunfels area. You can target anyone in the United States, really. So I went ahead with this competitor, which is Science Soft, and they're ranking first for the search term outsourcing IT service. So it's not just in New Braunfels, it's just online, and they service anyone in the United States. So I'm gonna kind of give you some tips. So as you can see, they do have a lot more words on their website. Not only that, but their services are kind of broken down to specific services, and within those pages, they add separate content. So this is similar to what you want to do, because that's going to help Google index these pages, and you're going to be able to rank for these specific services. So I hope that made sense. Again, if you have any specific questions, then feel free to ask away. Ask me sometime, maybe next week when I see you at that networking event. But I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of knowledge of how SEO works. Now I'm going to pull up my web crawler program to compare your numbers versus your main competitor and see what's happening on the back end. So in terms of your competitor, let me just pull up. This Ahrefs program shows you the keywords that they're targeting, the backlinks that they have. So it's a great way to kind of assess what's happening on the back end. So in terms of your website, Crosswired Computers, the traffic here is 0, which is concerning. And definitely that's why a lot of SEO companies have reached out to you to kind of like talk about how to improve your SEO. Now, I hope like with this information, you understand a little bit more. The reason why this is 0 is because of the keywords, right? You're only targeting 2 of those buyer intent keywords that people are searching for on Google when they're looking for your service. Now, let's compare it to your main competitor. So SCN Soft, which is ranking first on organic, like I mentioned, has over 196 keywords. So they're utilizing those buyer intent keywords and including that on their website. So they're ranking for those keywords that people are searching for, and that's vital, right? In terms of traffic, they have over 2,000 people clicking on their website and checking their services. So that's what you want. You want to find all these buyer intent keywords that they're using, form your content around that, and add it to your website. And that's going to help your organic search. So another thing I wanted to talk about is this backlink number right here. So a little bit more about what backlinks are. A backlink is basically a link from a separate website that links back to your website. Now, you want to have these backlinks relevant to your industry. I know I've seen a lot of backlinks are totally not related. So what I mean by that is you want a backlink from an article, for example, that talks about the top 10 IT outsourcing companies. You want your backlink there because that's going to bring power to your website. The more relevant it is, it's going to bring more power. So you don't want a backlink from a website that talks about the top 10 pizza shops in New Braunfels, because pizza has nothing to do with your services. And I've seen a lot of my clients have spammy backlinks, and that's why they come to me to kind of fix it. And honestly, adding random backlinks to your website only does more harm than good, because Google has been more sensitive about spammy, unrelevant backlinks, and they're good at catching those. So just pay attention to that. But in terms of backlinks, your competitor has over 3,000, and backlinks are a huge credibility factor for Google. So when Google sees this, they see 3,000 websites vouching for SEN Soft versus they only see 10 websites vouching for you guys. So of course they are going to boost SEN Soft more. And that's kind of how it works. It's kind of like surface level, but I hope that made sense. Now let's kind of tie it all together to show you the potential in this. If you optimize your GBP, if you optimize your keywords on your website content and add authoritative backlinks on your website, this is what's going to happen, right? So let's just say that you're ranking first on Google and you're doing everything correctly. Well, this is going to be the traffic every month because SEN Soft is ranking first on Google and they're being over 2,000 people. And let's do the math here. Let's just say over 2,300 people visit your website, right? Of course, not everyone who clicks on a website become clients. So let's just say 10% of those clicks become leads. That's around 230 people, right? Of course, not every lead will be interested in buying your service. So let's just say half of those leads become clients. Then that's around 115 clients for you for that month. And this is really the power of organic search. And one other number I wanted to kind of show you is this value right here. So as you can see, it has a value of 26,500 right here. This actually shows you how much this company is saving every month just from ranking organically. They don't have to pay for any search ads, don't have to pay for any PPC. just from implementing SEO correctly, they're saving an extra 26,000 with their efforts. So that's kind of how organic search works, what SEO is on the surface level, how it works. And if you have any questions, like I mentioned, then please feel free to message me or call me. I'd love to kind of answer any other specific questions you have. But I really hope this screencast was able to help you understand it a little bit more. But again, thank you again for watching this video. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet for you.